Hey, how's it going? This is Josh, and this is episode number 36 of the Books by Josh Audio Immersion. This episode is titled My Thoughts on Copying. So, there's a famous Picasso quote out there that says, "Good artists copy, great artists steal." So, that's a great saying, but the whole thing is in school, if we copy homework or on the test, we got reprimanded. So, it's not really good advice, or is it? It's a very diverse topic because copying applies to everything in life. Our habits we learn from those close around us. The way we eat, the way we talk is influenced from our environment. Our knowledge that we know, we copied it from writing down notes and listening to our teachers through life. So technically copying is good in that sense. And in business, a lot of businesses copy. Prime example, Uber, Lyft, Juno, ride sharing. These companies copied the age old thing of taxis, where they pick up a person and they drop them off at a destination. Been around since stagecoaches. And guess what? Lyft is the same as Uber. Juno, if you live in New York City like I do, is the same as Lyft and Uber. So what's the difference? Well, some may offer some perks, like Uber has a credit card, but at the end of the day, they're the same thing. They're from the same mold. And if you look at another thing that's prime example of copying, cell phones. I'm not talking about iPhone, Android. I'm talking about before that. We're going to go back to Palm, the Palm Pre, which launched in 2009. The features of that phone were ahead of its time. It was one of the first phones with wireless charging, feature that the iPhone recently received last year. It also had gestures. The iPhone has gestures now. It had wireless syncing of your contacts. You're thinking, hey, Josh, all these phones do that now. Yes, Palm was the first one. Wireless updates. Before the Palm Pre, on the iPhones, on your Androids, you had to plug into a computer to update the software. Palm let you do it without a computer. Hey, you like your cloud backup? Palm Pre also had that. So I could go on and on. Synergy, which links your Facebook, your AOL contacts, your AIM contacts, Gmail contacts, phone contacts, all in your contact list. That phone had it. It was advanced, but it didn't succeed. But guess what? Companies copied it, such as iOS and Android now with the card view. That was on Palm Pre. So, don't get me wrong, there's a difference between copying, like in these instances with businesses, companies, because Apple, they built a computer. Same parts. They got discounted parts from HP and built the computer, just ran different software. But guess what? There's a difference between copying and plagiarism. Plagiarism is literally you just rip off the whole thing and resell it as your own without changing anything. That's what we used to do in school. I don't know about you or myself. I'm not trying to say anything like that. I'm saying when you had some kid write your paper for you, or if you wrote your paper for someone else, or you copied off someone, you plagiarized. You put the exact same thing, and if that's probably why you got caught. But if you copy smart, you wouldn't. That's the whole thing. Businesses copy their models from other businesses. Jeff Bezos reads Sam Walton's Made in America every year, and he copied Sam Walton's guide to a T almost to build Amazon into what it is today. And guess what? Sam Walton, when he made Walmart, he would go to other stores and copy their good things and bring it to his store and implement it, just with a little bit of twist, his own personal twist at the end of it. Same thing with me. I'm bringing you information you heard thousands of times, common sense. But common sense isn't common, so I'm bringing it to you with my own thoughts and views and a little twist on it. Anything that has been, it's going to be invented has basically been invented. Yet, the automobile, been around since the late 1800s. But now we're having driverless cars, self-driving cars, electric cars. So it's already invented. We're just improving upon it. The telephone has been invented for way longer than an automobile, but guess what? Cell phones came and changed the market. This whole phase of cord cutting is just implementing television service, but streaming through the internet. It's like the radio. The radio's been around for countless years, but then we went from the radio to Pandora. Now Pandora's not even really a thing anymore for people. They have Apple Music, Google Music, Spotify because they want to save their playlists. But we don't buy songs anymore on iTunes, buy a CD. Most of us don't because we just stream it. We just pay $10 a month for a subscription to have unlimited music. I do. And it's amazing because this has been around way longer than Spotify has been in the US. You wanna know why? Because back in 2007, I had a Microsoft Zoom. And in early 2008, you know what Microsoft announced? Zoom Unlimited. Unlimited. $20 a month, you get unlimited music that you can stream on your computer or put on your Zoom. 2008. And yet Apple Music became a big thing in 2016, 2017. And it's the same exact concept. It's just Apple puts their name on it, you know? And they changed it a little bit than how the Microsoft one was. No, Spotify Premium has been a thing in the United States since about 2011. But Google Play Music offers it. And the difference between Google Play and Spotify is the libraries. Also, Google gives you YouTube for the same price, YouTube Premium. And same thing with the assistants. Siri was the first assistant on the phone that basically is not fully robotic. Has some personality. Then Google Assistant came, then Alexa. Then you have the Alexa, the Echo Dot, Echo, regular Echo. Then Google comes out, Google Home Mini, Google Home Max. Then Apple comes out, AirPod. And it's the same thing. They just rehash the same thing. It's just putting a twist on it. And how do they gain the market share? Because of their other products. So even though it's a copy, you're still willing to buy it because of the brand behind it. That's why the iPhone, every year somebody goes, oh, that feature's not new. This phone had it, that phone had it. It's been around for this however long. That is true, but guess what? Apple may be copying and adapting it into their ecosystem, but it's new for their customers. So what's old to you is new to, say, your brother. Because maybe your brother or sister only uses iPhone, you use Android. So the USB-C is a new feature to them with the new iPad. And you're like, what are you talking about? USB-C has been around since the Nexus 6P and the Nexus 5X, you know? But they don't care because it's new for them. Basically, what I'm saying is, just because it's copied doesn't mean everybody knows about it. The Palm Pre, you probably listening, you probably like, what is that? Let me go look at it. I know about it because I was in the industry when it came out. So that's what I'm saying. Don't knock it till you try it. Just because it's a copy doesn't mean it's the exact same thing. Just because every TV you see nowadays 4K doesn't mean they're the same. And one last thing. The reason I brought up copying is because, let's say my book is inspired off the Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew, things like that I grew up on. But guess what? You don't see me just writing a Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew book that I just copied. No, but I took elements that I learned from how those books were written and the way it made me feel when I read them and applied it to my book. And that's the whole thing. You can use something as an inspiration, as the foundation, but expand on it. A house isn't just a foundation. There's walls, there's a lot more to a house than just a foundation. All ideas come from the same place. One thing to provide a service or product. That's it. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.